Folks, today's episode is sponsored by Chops Cards and Print on Demand. How awesome would it be to have your own custom trading card? Chops Cards is committed to independent wrestling organizations, wrestlers, and fans. And it's so easy. Tell Chops what you want, they produce it and ship it directly to you. And that's not all. I proudly would like to share that Chops has also completed their Series 1 collection. Today, we're giving you a 20% discount off your purchase with our promotional code AAW20. So, click the link in the description and get in on this deal. Today, I want to talk about Bray Wyatt's mysterious disappearance. Where is Bray? Does anyone know where Bray Wyatt is? Is he going to have his WrestleMania match? Additionally, I'd like to ask, who is Jade Cargill's mystery opponent tonight? I guess we're going to find out. I have my theory, and I know you have yours. Cheers. Wrestlers and wrestling fans, welcome to the All About Wrestling podcast, where we talk about Impact Sports and everything wrestling. Folks in the chat, hello, welcome to this afternoon edition of the All About Wrestling podcast. And we have a discussion. Bray Wyatt, where is he? He's recently come back. There's been a little bit of a trend on the internet, on the World Wide Web, so to speak. What is the Bray Wyatt curse? Try to get more information about the Bray Wyatt curse online, and I came up short. So if you have any information or a theory or idea about what the Bray Wyatt curse is, please share that information in the live chat. I want to say hello to the tantalizing one, Tantalizing Tony. Tantalizing Tony, you're the man. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. And folks, when we do super chat, you know what that means, right? Super chat, I quiz you guys. On your infinite wrestling knowledge, right? About some things that's going on in wrestling, all right? So we have a list of winners already. We have Fandito, of course. Fandito got one of the questions right one week. Sean Johns, Cash Money Simon, and the tantalizing one, if you're still here, you can also get in on this list as well as everybody else in the chat. Okay, there will be some special rewards for these people on this list. So let's get right into it. So we did some super chat wrestling quotes, right? And I'm going to give you another one, all right? So folks in the live chat, please feel free to chime in, shoot your answer, all right? The first correct response wins, all right? See if we can get some music in here. All right. Super chat wrestling quote of the day. This wrestler said, and I quote, lie, cheat, steal. Lie, cheat, steal. Who's this wrestler? This is a pretty easy one, folks. You have to know this. Question is, who's going to be the first one to answer this? Lie, cheat, steal. Let's see who's got it. All right. So let's monitor that. Let's see who comes in first. We have a wrestling discussion. Grandma Daisy, you are the winner. Grandma Daisy, Eddie Guerrero. All right. She said it in two responses. Because the GOAT needs 2 responses, right? Am I wrong, folks? The GOAT needs 2 responses. Grandma Daisy, congratulations. You are added to the list. And no pun intended, Chris Jericho, don't sue me, but this is my list. All right? This is my list of winners. Grandma Daisy, I got you. All right. Hello, everybody. How's everybody feeling? How is everyone feeling? So where's Bray Wyatt? Where is Bray Wyatt? There's been multiple reports. There's been information coming in daily. And it starts with a live event that Bray Wyatt was supposed to attend, right, at Madison Square Garden, where he was scheduled to go up against the one and only LA Knight. The match did not happen. Bray Wyatt wasn't there. Where is he? All right. Is this a work? That's one theory. It's not my theory. Is it the Bray Wyatt curse? All right. Who is a suitable opponent for Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania if Bray Wyatt doesn't show up, right? So that's a question. Now, there's been multiple news outlets on social media, on the internet, the World Wide Web, as I like to call it, and they all have their own theories. For one, Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer, he quotes and he says, the match is still on. And that's all he can say at this time. What does that mean? I mean, in a way, is he saying more by saying less and by specifically saying certain things, right? Fightful Select on Monday, they stated that this disappearance is a result of a physical issue. Does that mean Bray Wyatt's hurt? Does that mean that Bray Wyatt's sick? I took to Instagram and I also put my own information, and I had said that there's some type of illness, right? But where is Bray Wyatt? What type of effect would this have on WrestleMania? We've all waited so long for Bray Wyatt to come back. And he comes back with this new persona, somewhat new, still tinkering on the edge of the dark side, but he has, Uncle Howdy, who attacked who attacked Bobby Lashley on SmackDown last week, which also creates the theory that Bray Wyatt's out. Perhaps Uncle Howdy is going to compete against Bobby Lashley. We don't know. So that's the question. And other topics, I do want to discuss Jade Cargill's mystery opponent. All right, so I had my own theory in reference to that as well. And you know me, I'm a poster. I go on Instagram, I post all of these different polls just to get your guys' opinions. And of course, I had a poll, and I asked you guys, and this was my initial theory, right? This isn't my theory anymore. This is not my belief. I don't subscribe to this theory at all, but the majority of people do. And I think it's due to the fact that Dynamite's happening tonight in Canada. So we probably think, all right, we suspect that it's going to be a Canadian wrestler. I asked you guys about Taya Valkyrie. Your thoughts, does she appear on Dynamite this Wednesday tonight? Well, the majority said yes. 83% of you said Taya is going to appear tonight on Dynamite to go up against Jade Cargill as her mystery opponent. Now, originally, yes, that was my theory. And then it kind of shifted because I started to think back on a post that we put on Instagram. If you guys can remember, on Instagram, maybe close to a week ago, we created a post where we had, in a way, gave flowers to Ashley Dubois of Canada, who multiple reports stated that she signed an AEW contract. She's under contract, folks. All right? You can go to our Instagram account. You can verify this if you want. On Instagram, All About Wrestling Podcast, we put this post up there, and it was breaking news. Breaking news. Independent wrestler Ashley Dubois has signed with AEW, right? Fast forward on social media. If you go to Ashley Dubois' page, you'll see a post where she mentions that she's either on her way to Canada or she's in Canada. There's a picture of the Main Event Wrestling Women's Championship, along with some gifts from people in the wrestling industry, in the wrestling world, saying, congratulations, you're on your way to AEW. Folks, is Ashley Dubois going to be Jade Cargill's mystery opponent? That's my theory, okay? Could be wrong, but it's a very high likely possibility. All right, so who is Jade Cargill's mystery opponent? Another question, who dethrones Jade? Who's going to be the one to take Jade off of her throne? Our good friend at Chops, Mario Duval, he stated on the Instagram post, Jade Cargill's an interesting wrestler. She's undefeated. But the fact remains that she seems to be a lot like Goldberg. Do we want to see another Goldberg? We don't. The only problem I had with Goldberg in WCW was the fact that he was handled wrong. When the NWO came and they came with all their steam and they rode over all the opponents and they destroyed WCW with all of the politics in the back, we saw what happened. And I don't think that's going to happen here, which is probably why it's still interesting to me. Jade Cargill is, without a doubt, one of the greatest women wrestlers that I know of today. I'm not going to say all time because time ticks on and time's still going. Ellie Underdown, you said, it's a shame Tessa Blanchard is so untouchable. She's probably in top 5 U.S. women. I agree with you. And one of the things that really has made things difficult for Tessa is a lot of the backstage rumors and a lot of the backstage reports of her not being friendly with the talent and not being a team player. Do we know if this is true? I don't. Do the other wrestlers and the other talent in the industry do? Yes, they do. They do know if this is correct or if this is wrong, if it's hate, if they're trying to blackball her because she's great. Who knows? But so many wrestlers in today's time have a chip on their shoulder. Some of them rightfully so, and some of them they shouldn't, right? So I'm asking you guys in the chat, who is going to be Jade Cargill's mystery opponent? I'd like to hear your thoughts individually, whether you want to call in, whether you want to chime in, whether you want to text it. Also, what is the Bray Wyatt curse? All right. So maybe that's some homework. I'm going to write that down. Homework assignment. What is the Bray Wyatt curse? I saw this. It popped up on the World Wide Web. It popped up. I made a note of it, and then I tried to go back and try to find information on it, and then it's kind of hard to find. But the contenders, I have all confidence in you that you're going to find out this information, and we're going to be informed. All right, folks, a lot is happening in the world of wrestling, and we're going to talk about the Woe Report, Wrestling Online, what's going on. It's a very sad day, folks. As you see, my beautiful co-host, the one and only Meow Moore, she's on vacation. All right? Yes, she's on vacation. She'll be back soon. But, ladies and gentlemen, without delay, this is the Woe Report, brought to you by Wrestling Online and our good friend, Colin Vasallo. All right. There's 3 topics that I do want to discuss. I want to get this out, and we should be discussing this because this is breaking news. Nikki and Brie, all right, no longer associated with WWE. To what extent, I'm not sure. But we do know, per the Wrestling Online report, that Nikki and Brie have both dropped their WWE names and are now going by the Garcia twins. The Garcia twins. This is going to be a topic for a later show. And of course, me being a pollster, when you have time, please rock your vote because, folks, we do not want to see any angry campers. When the results come back, you want to be in this poll. You want to make sure that you had some kind of say and don't be upset with the results because we are seeing a lot of times when we put our poll results up, a lot of people are upset. Well, if you didn't vote, you can't say anything. The question is, are we going to see the Garcia twins in AEW? Now, it's reported that they were backstage at an AEW event prior, okay? The Garcia twins, formerly known as the Bella twins, Nikki's Instagram has changed from the Nikki Bella to at Nikki Garcia, while Brie's changed from at the Brie Bella to simply at Brie. All right, so you have at Nikki Garcia and at Brie. AEW star Saraya welcomed Nikki and Brie to, in quotations, freedom, and said that she knows their next chapter is going to be even bigger. Their next chapter. All right. So are these breadcrumbs? Are we thinking too much about this? Grandma Daisy, it is. It's very odd. It is odd. But lately the Garcia twins have been part of a lot of controversy regarding their active stance on how the women's revolution is not being properly represented, okay? Misrepresented. And perhaps this has had some kind of impact with their decision, all right? But no doubt about it, the Garcia twins has an inordinate amount of star power, and we wish them luck in their endeavors. Do you want to see them in AEW? That's the question. Hell in a Cell match returns at WrestleMania. Oh, we're in for a treat. I love when Hell in a Cell is at WrestleMania because this ups the ante. This means that so much more can happen, right? Hell in a Cell match is returning at WrestleMania. You're going to see Edge versus Finn Balor. Now Finn Balor, just to put this out there, if you missed it, he alluded to the fact that that Edge is going to have to wrestle with his demons. Are we going to see the Demon return, the Demon King return, Finn Balor? Are we going to see the Demon return at WrestleMania? That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. Balor is now officially taking place. The match is taking place inside the steel structure. This will be the first Hell in a Cell match at WrestleMania since 2016. And that was when The Undertaker faced Shane McMahon at WrestleMania 32. All right, there's been multiple Hell in a Cell matches at WrestleMania. If you look back and you remember, I believe the Big Boss Man went up against The Undertaker. So that's going to be really interesting. Ellie Underdown makes a reference to the previous story from Wrestling Online where she says, to quote AJ Lee, talent is not sexually transmitted. Is that what she said? Is that what she said? Wow. Grandma Daisy, Finn Balor will turn into the Demon King and win this one. I keep saying Demon King. Like, am I alluding to, I don't know, Game of Thrones? What is Finn Balor will turn into the Demon King and win this one. And rest in peace, trailer, Big Boss Man. Yes, rest in peace to the Big Boss Man. Such a legend. But yeah, he did participate in that Hell in a Cell match against The Undertaker. And then lastly, on the War Report is Taya Valkyrie heading to AEW Dynamite tonight. All right. Now, according to Colin Vassallo, he wrote this report. Sir, you asked, it looks like Taya Valkyrie is heading to All Elite Wrestling as rumors are running rampant that she will be the mystery opponent for Jade Cargill tomorrow night on Dynamite. This happened yesterday. This came out yesterday. Of course, Cargill's the undefeated TBS champion. Now, it's mentioned in this report, the only female Canadian talent on the AEW roster is the Bunny. I disagree because we know that Ashley Dubois has signed an AEW contract, right? We also know this because, and get this, folks. Listen to me. Listen to my voice. I put the post up, breaking news. Ashley Dubois signs AEW contract. She liked it. She liked the post. All right, so go back to that post. Look in the likers. She liked the post, which means she signed it. She signed it. So, very interesting. I'm really looking forward to Dynamite tonight. And this has been the War Report. Folks, the War Report is powered by Wrestling Online. If you want to get the Wrestling Online report, go to wrestling-online.com and you want to click newsletter. Once there, you're going to be prompted to input your email. You join this group, input your personal email, and there you will be all set to receive news and information on a daily basis. All right. How you guys feeling in there? Let's go back to these comments. Rest in peace, trailer. Big Boss Man, Grandma Daisy. Ellie Underdown said, yeah, she said it about the Bellas. Wow. So hold on. Let's backtrack a little bit. Talent is not sexually transmitted. What does that mean? Is that a dig because they were, they appeared to be more of a, I don't know, sexual character? Or is she saying that somebody has an STD? I don't know. But that's kind of crazy. And that's some shade. I mean, to be fair, AJ Lee, we haven't seen you in wrestling for years. And to be fair, I think the talent today is a lot better than it was back then. I would like to see AJ Lee go up against some of the Charlotte Flairs and the Jade Cargills and the Bianca Belairs. I'm just saying, I mean, to actually get into this conversation, you know, you got to be on par. Okay, so she said this when Bellas were dating Cena and Bryan. Okay, so this is an old comment. Okay, I stand corrected. All right? Folks, who knows where Bray Wyatt is? Take a crack. Take a stab at it. I'd like to know your thoughts. Who knows where Bray Wyatt is? And folks, who would be a suitable opponent for Bray Wyatt? Now, let's dig deep into this, right? Okay. Bray Wyatt's missing. A match has to take place. Uncle Howdy, you would think that's the next best decision, right? Going forward. Uncle Howdy, he's within the same story. Okay. But who's left? I mean, if we're going away from the storyline, you could throw Dolph Ziggler in there. Ziggler is not getting any play whatsoever. By the way, Tantalizing Tony, I saw you playing WWE 2K23 on your live stream, and Dolph Ziggler's rating was at like 92. Am I correct? Major respect, because he is very talented. And then I saw beside that, and you can go back, I missed nothing, folks. I missed nothing. Right next to him, it had Montez Ford, and his rating was like 83. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Montez Ford deserves much better than an 83 rating. Am I right? I'm just saying. So, later this week, folks, and I may come back to you before the weekend, I do want to touch on the results of tonight. Who's showing up? Is Ashley Dubois showing up? And that poll is active right now on our Instagram. So I'm going to come back, and if I'm correct, I'm going to brag, I'm going to boast, I'm going to say, look, I was right. Ashley Dubois is back. She's back in AEW, and we saw her. And who's going to win? Is Jade Cargill going to somehow lose? Well, if she loses, it's got to be some star power, right? It's got to be some star power. We're also going to talk about Alexa Bliss's return. Does she return at WrestleMania? And as well as Ridge Holland. Is Ridge Holland at fault for Big E's injury? All right, we did a poll on that. I think Ziggler versus Ali is being added to WrestleMania. Okay, at some stage. What's that going to be? I think that would be a good pre-match, right? So, yeah, we're going to come back. We're going to come back with Ridge Holland. We might come back with The Rock. The Rock recently discussed the situation with DC and how that whole thing went down, which was very, very sad. And I didn't like that because I didn't want to watch the movie. I didn't want to watch the movie because I knew that there was not going to be another a sequel to Black Adam. And if it is, it's going to be somebody else. Why would I want to watch that? So, yeah. So we're going to come back with that. We're also going to do a live series. We're going to do a candid series, Meow Moore's journey. Meow Moore, I'm going to let her break the news to you with what's going on with respect to her and her personal life. She's going to share that with you. We're going to start it here. We're going to play some videos. We're going to do some lives on Instagram. And she's going to walk you through her journey. Her journey, which I'm sure, Mick, you're going to love it. Mick Thompson, you're going to love it. Fandito, you're going to love it. Folks in the chat, you're going to love it. So, folks, make sure you keep it locked. I wanted to come to you guys with a video midweek. We're trying to post more, and we're jumping on these topics. These topics keep trending every day. There's something new coming out in wrestling. We want to have these discussions because Without a doubt, the wrestling fans, you guys control pro wrestling, and don't you ever forget it. All right? So till next time, keep it locked, and thanks for joining in.